Mr. Schmeltzer, good evening.
Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council, I'd like to, within 3 minutes, amplify on the letter I've sent to you. One of the good things about getting older is that you can honestly say at times, I've been there, I've done that. This is one of those times, and while it distresses me to publicly criticize my friend the Mayor, I believe in this case it's important to do so. I watched with concern as our Mayor took to the press last month to lobby the city manager for a particular candidate for the position of chief of police. I think that action undermines both the city manager and the new chief of police, and it muddies the line of command. There was a time in Hermosa Beach when the line of command wasn't honored. Many of you might remember in the 60s and 70s, the chief of police thought he reported to the mayor or whoever happened to be the loudest member of the city council at the time. Officers were instructed to do things that were improper. It was not until a member of the city council uncovered documents in a private garage that some very questionable activities came to light. The department and the city council's credibility suffered immensely. Our city municipal code reads in part under council-manager relations, city manager shall take his orders and instructions from the city only when sitting in a duly held meeting of the city council, and no individual councilman should give any orders or instructions to the city manager. Issuing a press release to the LA Times that advocates candidate A over candidate B is an attempt to circumvent this sensible provision of the municipal code. I don't think it should go unchallenged. Reading ahead on the agenda, I noticed that Mayor Pro Tem DiVirgilio placed an item on other matters that may be his attempt to address this issue. I'm not surprised at the councilman's interest in the process. However, the time to speak out was back on July 27th when the LA Times hit the street. If that had happened, I wouldn't need to be here tonight. Some have said to me that this is just another case of mayoral overreaching. Others see it as an example of disregard for norms of behavior or even disrespect of one's colleagues. Whatever it isn't just a matter of process. It's difficult sometimes to criticize a friend and colleague, but that's the difference between leadership and followship. Leaders can and do criticize friends with necessary, followers never do. I think this is a matter worth reviewing by the City Council, some of whom members have expressed their concern already. Conduct like this should not be ignored. Thanks.
Thank you, George.